And it's time to start climbing. We've ridden a couple kilometers out of town. Now we've got 1,400 meters up to Sapa. Here we go. This week, we rode from Lao Cai to Lao Cai on the Chinese border.
Rode up and down and up and down the mountains on our way to Sapa and then down to Lao Cai. And it was nice. It was nice. The weather was good to start, and then it got hot.
Sections of road we've ridden so far. I mean, look at this! So we made it to the base of the climb to Sapa, which we will tackle tomorrow. But tonight we are staying in the tiny town of Tam Duong, which happens to have the most incredible views I've ever seen. Like seriously, I would probably live in this town. It's just surrounded like 360 degrees by mountains in this beautiful little valley with all these green rice paddies. It's just amazing. This is the view from the tiny little town of Tam Duong. I can't get over it. Alright, it is 6:30 a.m. and it's time to start climbing. We've ridden a couple kilometers out of town. Now we've got 1,400 meters up to Sapa. Here we go.
The climb up to Sapa was actually pretty nice. It was cool and rainy. Or not rainy, but cloudy and
I mean, we were
drizzly.
riding in the clouds.
Yeah.
So, but I would not call the climb up to Sapa nice. The climb up to Sapa was horrible. It was insanely steep, super freaking hard. I did not enjoy it very much.
I don't remember it being that bad. It
I do.
certainly isn't the nicest climb we've done, but it wasn't the worst.
We've been climbing now for about an hour and a half. Just stopped on the side of the road for a break and some food. We're about halfway up now, so 700 meters to go. So far the climb has been pretty grueling and steep. Hoping it gets better. We've got 12 more kilometers to reach the top. Every time I see that sign, I curse a little bit inside. So many 10% sections. There were so many 10%. It was just 10% after 10% after 10% pitches. You don't remember that?
Things seem steeper when you don't actually get to see the profile on the GPS as it's coming along.
Well, it was at least 8%.
Yeah.
It was steep.
There's a lot of
For
steep sections.
30 kilometers of 8%. That like wears you freaking out by the time you get to the top. We've ridden another hour up the mountain, currently at 1,750 meters. We've got another 250 to go and about 4 kilometers to reach the top, so almost there.
So Sapa, this is the ultimate tourist destination, the greatest place in Vietnam.
Yeah, everybody was raving about like, oh, you'll love Sapa. It's so amazing.
Oh, Sapa! You know why everybody likes Sapa? Because that's the only place they can go
Yeah.
via bus.
Yeah.
Sapa in general, it really wasn't it didn't feel local anymore. It just felt like a big tourist attraction where everything was trying to sell you to do stuff that you can pay nothing for everywhere else.
Yeah, it was super commercialized. Like, I honestly never thought I'd say it, but like China does tourist attractions way better than Vietnam. Like, they just built up this huge, ugly, nasty city around the rice terraces. And there's constantly people trying to sell you stuff. There's, like, kids trying to beg for money. Like, it's just... like, the people dressed in minority clothing were just doing it for, like, to charge you money to take a picture with them. Like,
Yeah, but people actually dress in minority clothing on the way there.
oh, yeah.
And even kids our age, like 25, there's young people dressed in minority clothing. We used to think that the minority stuff was mostly just tourist attractions, but no, it's really the minorities do wear that clothing.
Our view is a little bit tainted, to be completely honest, because we never actually got to see any rice terraces in Sapa. We were just inside of a cloud the whole time. So the only views we saw were just white. So who knows if we had actually been able to see a lot of the rice terraces, if we would have a little better opinion of going to Sapa. Probably, but it's not my favorite place we've been, for sure.
We saw the terraces on our way leaving it.
The day that we left, the clouds finally started to part and we got to see a little bit of the rice terraces.
By riding down through all the construction zone that is Sapa town.
Yeah.
And then we could see it.
Yeah. But also on the way down, like on the descent down to Lao Cai, we saw tons of beautiful rice terraces just riding down the side of the road. So that was awesome.
Yeah, so you don't need to go to the tourist attraction to see the rice terraces.
Right.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, so basically our recommendation would be bring a bike, rent a bike, or rent a motorcycle and just ride around the countryside in northern Vietnam to see the scenery. Like, don't take a bus to Sapa and pay all that money to go see what you can see for completely free, a lot more of, and a lot better scenery just by riding through the countryside.
Yep.